Bart Plays. How are you doing this evening? Got my tripod set up. Got slow mode engaged. See, this computer causes a little bit of glare on my glasses. So, how is everyone doing this fine evening? Yeah, since it's not Thursday. Sorry guys, life happens. Things happen. My schedule is unstable, so it's hard. It's hard when I'm doing a lot of traveling to trying to spend time with my family, to schedule live streams. But I still want to try to do. I want to try to do about once a week. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if I can manage to keep doing it. Jordan Hart says, "Is traveling your full-time job?" It absolutely is. Can I please do something about the presidents? I mean, I can vote every 4 years, but other than that, it's the extent of my ability. Tyler Scooter says, "Love the Bigfoot episode." Thank you. That was a very unique attraction out in the hills outside of Branson, Missouri. Ryan says, "You see that Jordan the Lion went to Meow Wolf?" No, I didn't see that. Chris Rodriguez, thank you for the super chat. I do have difficulty keeping up with what other YouTubers are doing. I do try to keep an idea of what my friends are doing, but often it does not work. Jacob Hagen said, "Hey Carpetbagger, you should come to a Stride Pro Wrestling show." I'd love to do more wrestling now that things are a little more open up. I don't know. My bump taking ability is probably not in a good place right now, but I'd love to be involved in a show some way or another. Gashmaki, thank you for the super chat. Hi Jacob, nice to see you. I'm back from spine surgery. Oh my gosh. Enjoying life again, which includes watching your awesome videos. Well, thank you, and I hope spine surgery sounds very serious. Hopefully will never have spine surgery myself, because that sounds really scary. I've had surgery before. I've had surgery 3 times technically. Tracy Warfield, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey Carpetbagger dude, salutations. Well, salutations to you. Ever thought of coming to New Zealand? Right now I'm just trying to do more focus on the United States and conquering the United States. Gosh, Mike says it was not much fun. Yeah, I imagine, man. That sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that. Just imagine going through something like that, some serious health problem in the middle of the way the world. Horror Hound. Where is Horror Hound and when is it? Jim Folke, thank you for the super chat. Says thank you, Jacob. No, thank you. Shadow Gaming says, not to sound rude, but I'm disappointed you only read the donators' comments and not many of anyone's else. Well, I read as many as I can. If someone is going to take the time to give me a super chat, I'm going to 100% make sure that I mention their comment. But in the meantime, I will also pick up as many other comments as well. But yeah, I do my best. T from Cleveland says I owe you a super chat. Well, thank you. Well, honestly, no one owes me a super chat, but I appreciate every super chat that I get, and I definitely want people to know how thankful I am of super chats. Will I be live this Thursday? Probably not. I've got some family things I think going on Thursday. Jackal Animatronics, thank you for the super chats. Hey Jacob, could I get a late happy birthday? Absolutely. Happy birthday to you, Jackal Animatronics. When was your birthday? You said it was late. Tyler Jackson says, I've ever been to 5 Points Halloween Parade in Atlanta. It's nuts. I have been to the 5 Point Halloween Parade, and it was awesome. I think that was, when did I go? 2017, maybe? But I do have a video of it on this channel if you want to check it out. Quacking Goose asks if I've been to Atlantic City. Yes, I went to Atlantic City a couple of years ago. What did I go to Atlantic City for? Deborah Ripley's there. Yeah. Get John back in the channel. Yeah, I want to hang out with John. I don't know why we haven't figured something out yet. Is that a bear hanging on the wall? I do have a bear over there, but not. It's on top of my cabinet of curiosities. I don't have one. Not in the camera view right now. Have I seen that? Jonathan Julie says, have you seen the petrified dog in the tree? I have. There's a video about Stucky. Stucky the petrified dog. Shadow Gaming says, what kind of movies do you enjoy your spare time outside of YouTube? Don't have that much spare time on YouTube. I really don't watch that many movies. I dedicate. I spend a lot of time working. I try to spend time with my family when I'm home. I probably do need a hobby of some sort. But yeah. Michelle Evans says I was in the Distortions video. Yes, I saw that. I'm proud to be in there. Ed from Distortions, one of the nicest guys in the world. A guy that makes horrifying monsters for a living. Super nice guy. Love Distortions, and big fan of what they do. building a chicken guy in Gatlinburg. What's a chicken guy? Like a half man, half chicken? Ever been to Craters of the Moon in Idaho? I don't think so. More chicken than man. Hello? Is everything okay? All right. Daniel, this is the Bigfoot meth lab experience or something else. I don't think that's the official name. Bigfoot meth lab experience. Ryan says, "Have you noticed the series videos Adam's doing this podcast?" Yeah, I haven't had a chance. I haven't had a chance to watch them yet. It's very cool. I'm happy that him and his dad got to be able to do that together. Geshmaki, thank you again for the super chat. Snooper Corner says, just start my own channel on YouTube. Do you have any advice being a seasoned vlogger or YouTuber? I mean, really just do something that you enjoy doing. You know, have a good time doing it. Otherwise, there's no point in it. T. Chambers, hey Jacob, glad to see you're doing well. Super Bowl dad and his family. Good to see you, Super Bowl dad. Real Mike Clute, thank you for the super chat. Hello from Niskayuna, New York. Well, thank you. T from Cleveland says, if you caught a Bigfoot, why flamethrower it? I don't know. I don't know why the guy was tormenting Bigfoot with a flamethrower. A part was confusing. There was a couple parts that were confusing, to be honest. Geshmaki says, I meant to include this in the message of the last super chat. Something happened. You hear the Queen Mary in Long Beach is closed due to the ship. Due to the ship what? Due to the ship what? What's wrong with the ship? T from Cleveland said, why does a meth lab ever have a flamethrower? That's true. Seems like that could cause an explosion. Ryan says, was there an animatronic Bigfoot? There was feet that came down on top of the truck. I know you couldn't see it very good in my video, but like a pair of feet dropped down on the cab of the truck. Got a lot of positive feedback about hanging out with Boogie. Boogie's a super fun guy. He's got a great sense of humor. I think that shows in some of the videos we've been filming. Ship's management company filed for bankruptcy protection. I just hope one way or the other that the Queen Mary gets preserved because it is a treasure. It is a treasure. And it's a beautiful hotel. They have an amazing Halloween event there, which, gosh, I hope they have it this year. Shadow Gaming, I have a question. Not much of a spammer, just trying to grab your attention. See, don't say I have a question. It's like when you say, can I ask a question? Just ask the question. Because now I might miss your question. And then I look like a jerk. You should come to the reptile convention in Dandridge, Tennessee. Interesting. You know, knowing me, I'll probably buy a I'd come home with a iguana or something. Uh, Might be we have 300 people in here. Gishmaki says, I very much agree with you. Queen Mary is an incredible relic full of history, and Halloween there is indeed awesome. Yes, I had a great time there. I'll tell you what, 2019, I had the best, one of the best Halloweens of my life. I got to hang out with Adam and Boogie and some other vloggers as well. We did Not Scary Farm, Halloween Horror Nights, Queen Mary, Halloween LA Hollywood Hayride. It was a great time. A great time. And it'd be really cool to be able to do that again. To have another amazing Southern California Halloween. Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe masks. Maybe masks will not be required. Last Halloween season, I did a lot of screaming in my mask, and the mask would cause my glasses to fog up. And some of the haunts, I was just completely blinded, stumbling through. Ryan says, what do you think of the concept of drive-through haunts? I think it's got potential. I think some of them did an okay job. I think they didn't have a lot of time to put them together because of how crazy everything was last year. I mean, it's hard to scare people when they're in the safety of their own cars. And you can't scare people too much or they'll slam on the gas. Carol Hall says, I work for Smithsonian Museum of Natural History. Great visit would be if you could get a private tour. Sula, Maryland, the best of the treasures are there in the warehouse. That would be amazing. I would love any sort of behind the scenes tour of Smithsonian. Love the Smithsonian museums. Frisbee 101 says, hey, could you go visit the West Virginia State Penitentiary up Moundsville and the Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum? I think they're funny about filming. At least like when I was looking at that, I was kind of like, looks like maybe they don't want me to film. But webcam? I'm not using a webcam. I'm just using my phone. I've done videos at Brushy Mountain Prison. It's warm in here for some reason. It's usually too cold. Sean Reed says, there's so much in Kansas and you ever come here. I do want to go through Kansas, but of course I'm open to recommendations in Kansas. Yeah, me and more to your friends. I just had to stopped by and beat him a few weeks ago, but maybe he learned his lesson from that. Mr. McCobb's House of Horror, thank you for the super chat. Favorite Seinfeld character and moment? Now, I did watch Seinfeld sometimes. I have some issues with Seinfeld. It's very nihilistic. I'm not a nihilist. You know, I believe that there's a meaning in life, and Seinfeld kind of pushed a narrative of pettiness and being glorifying being shallow. I don't know. Someone asked about VidCon. I don't know. I don't know if there's a point to going to VidCon. We'll see. I don't know how much I fit in with VidCon and what's going on there, right? Melissa Tompkins, thank you for the super chat. My husband and I are huge fans of your channel. Well, thank you. S-Man says, have you been to the Michael Jackson Museum in New Orleans? I didn't know there was a Michael Jackson Museum in New Orleans. Oh, my neck. My neck is hurting me. I had a fall years ago. I landed funny on my arm. Every once in a while it flares up. Dirty Deeds is if you ate at Monster Mash in Sevierville. Yes, I ordered the giant burger and barely put a dent in it. So yeah, no personal issues. I know a lot of people enjoy Seinfeld, but yeah, it kind of runs in contrast to the way I choose to live my life. I'd love to go to the Mountain State Fair this year. Hopefully they have it this year. Christian illusionist Jake Lindsay says, I do an illusion show in Ohio. I'd love for you to come by. Well, that'd be cool. See what it was. I was going to say this mouse was my camera. So I'm filming like this, holding my camera, and then I trip. This is at the airplane gas station, which I filmed since then. I tripped and I landed on my chest, and then this arm was out in front of me, so it got like wrenched up real fast right there. And it's given me problems ever since. And man, and then I tweaked it a little bit when I was wrestling, and yeah, it's a pain. But you know, could be worse. Could always be worse. It's just Ivan. Thank you for the super chat. Headed out to Branson next week for the first time. What is something I have to see while there? Love the channel. Yeah. More Branson videos coming up in the next few days. But I guess that Bigfoot tour can't be beat, right? Arrow guy. Yeah, the lemurs are cool too. Wild World is a real cool attraction. Second year I said I filmed a Renaissance Fair. I've filmed the North Carolina Renaissance Fair. I'd be open to doing others. Renaissance fairs are fun. I've been to the Studebaker Museum in South Bend, Indiana. No, I grew up near South Bend. I've never been to the Studebaker Museum. Yeah, Wild World is crazy. You get to feed sharks. You get to feed alligators. You get to feed you get to play with lemurs. You get to hang out with dingoes. It's pretty amazing. There wasn't a return visit this time, but it's just because I didn't have time. But probably go back there next time I'm in Branson, just because it's so much fun. Alicia Taylor says, my whole family loves your channel. We've been watching for years. We just watch you go to random abandoned places and just exploring. Can you make any more of those videos? I'm really not planning on doing a lot of abandoned videos. I'm not saying it'll never happen again, but that's just not the focus of this channel. It was never really meant to be the focus of this channel. Sorry, I'm gonna do some stretches here. Mark Webster, I have been to Camden Park. I took a video from my trip there a few years back. Dakota Green says, my bunker looks like a roadside attraction. Well, you know, trying to surround myself in things that I enjoy. Going to Disney for the 50th anniversary. Which one is having the 50th anniversary? Disney World, probably. I definitely would like to go back to Walt Disney World. I think they're relaxed their masks. I think is it true you don't have to wear a mask outdoors now? I think is what they said. Kyle, thank you for the super chat. Says, what amusement parks and plans for this summer? I do plan on doing quite a few amusement parks this summer. During the summer, you know, amusement parks have kind of very seasonal hours. So I was going to try to hit up some amusement parks this summer. We head up into the Pennsylvania area again. Hello, Albert Watson. Ryan says you no longer have to wear a mask outdoor at All the Orlando theme parks. That's awesome. That's good. Ornament size is not as big a deal, but it kind of stinks when it's like really hot outside. That's when I don't like it. Nathan says, how about Busch Gardens, Williamsburg? Could you do a video on that park? Yeah, Busch Gardens, they let you film on the roller coasters, so maybe have to do that one. If my neck holds up. Oh. Holly says, my husband and I love your videos so much. You inspired us to visit Omega Mart since it opened near us. Now we want to visit all the locations. Yeah. Both locations right now are amazing, and a new one coming up very soon. Dad Jokes Game Show says hello from Dennis Ball. Hello, Dennis. Maybe you've changed your channel name. Also, Disney Springs started to remove social distancing markers. I mean, no one really uses social distancing markers anyway, so. Do I watch baseball? No, I don't. I do not watch baseball. Jade Monroe says you should definitely visit Otherworld in Columbus. I visited there a few years ago, right after it opened. I was wondering if they'd expanded anything. Otherworld is building another location. That's awesome. Good to hear. Baseball Hall of Fame is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know how much I would get out of it just because I don't know anything about baseball. I went to the Baseball Wax Museum just because I love wax museums. Benjamin Anthony says, hey, Jacob, do you watch WWE? What do you think of wrestling today? I've not really watched WWE since WrestleMania. It's just, I don't know, just not very good right now. Blake Griffith says, hey, Mr. Bagger, have you noticed an update from Mystery House USA? Are you talking about Mystery Town USA? I'm not sure. I thought they might be closing down. Johnny 85 did you see the alternate ending to Little Shop of Horrors? Yes. I think I like the alternate ending, even though already my favorite movie. AEW. I think AEW is a little more interesting now. I do watch AEW. And I don't love everything about AEW, but I think at the very least, I think they're putting out a more interesting product than WWE at the moment. Amish Sailor says, do you go to country fairs or are you scared of carnies? I'm not afraid of carnies. I would go to country fairs. Jay Ram says, maybe it was my imagination, but what was it, the sudden boom wrestling in the late 90s? Oh, because it was just really good in the 90s. There was two companies, WWF and WCW, and they were competing with each other, and they kept basically trying to one-up each other, and it was just a really fun time to be a wrestling fan. Mr. Atomic says, fans will return to WWE SmackDown on July 16th. Good to hear. Still trying to figure out the rules are everywhere. People saying it's lagging. It's not lagging for me, so I don't know. Nothing I can do, honestly. Try refreshing it. Sometimes that helps. Or closing it out and reopening it. S-Man says, what about the tribal chief persona Roman names? Now that's good. That's an example of something WWE is doing right, but there's just so much crud you have to wade in to get to the minor good parts. I was watching For the Fiend, and then what happened at WrestleMania, like, I don't know, really turned me off. That's kind of why I stopped watching, was what happened to the Fiend at WrestleMania. Okay, I see a few comments. So I'm going to make one statement about this. I'm not going to repeat myself again. So if there's more questions, more comments, I will ignore them. Yes, I know what's going on with Boogie. No, it does not affect our friendship whatsoever. I'll go out on a limb and say that, and I'm not sharing any private information here. I don't have, I wouldn't share anything that Boogie told me in confidence or anything like that, because he's dealing with it through his attorney, and I'm not going to interfere with that. But with what I saw on the internet with my two eyes, all these people showing this video and reporting himself, I think it is a miscarriage of justice that someone goes to jail for trying to protect themselves and their own home. And I have enough faith in the American justice system that I think Boogie is going to come out of this just fine. Hopefully that answers everyone's questions in regards to Boogie. And we got more. He's not in jail. He went, he took care of that, and he is now at home. He posted on Twitter the next day saying he was back at home. He went, he did the right thing. He dealt with it through his lawyer. And these things take time. The legal system takes time. It could be years from now that, this actually goes to court. I don't think it should be going to court anyways. I think the fact that he got arrested is bull honky. And if you disagree, I don't care. Because that's my thoughts on it. And again, the situation doesn't involve me, but Boogie is my friend, and it upsets me. And if you come to my house, there won't be a warning shot. Nathan Belknap says, have you been to Kings Island? Thanks for your vids. I have been to Kings Island. Do you have a video there? May try to go back there sometime soon, but thank you for your super chat. S-Man says he made some very poor decisions. I mean, he was being threatened. His home was being threatened. You know, I think, you know, people sure give themselves a lot of credit in dealing with situations that they've never dealt with before. Have I ever been to jail? No. The closest I've ever been is when I got detained at the Canadian border. Jim Lamoda said, did you hear about Bray Wyatt's status? I've heard rumors, but I don't know if any of that's confirmed. There's rumors that he had requested time away. Okay. This person can go bye-bye. Those comments are not welcome here. For those of you not familiar with what I'm talking about, basically a very deranged person had been stalking Boogie, threatening Boogie, showed up on his front porch. Boogie told him to leave. The guy wouldn't leave. Boogie shot a gun in the air to try to scare him off. And Boogie got in trouble for that. So I don't understand. I was always understanding that you could protect your home, you could protect yourself. So that's my thoughts. I'm certainly not going to sit here and argue with anyone over my personal thoughts. Ryan says, I think Bray Wyatt did all he could with a Fiend character. I think he could have done a lot more if WWE would have just let him. I feel like WWE is always stifling the true potential of any of Bray Wyatt's creations. Taco Cat says, you use any social media other than YouTube? I do. I have Instagram. I have Facebook. And I have Twitter, but I don't use Twitter that much because Twitter's toxic. How deep is the bunker? 385,000 inches under the earth. John from Expression Unknown, how are you doing, buddy? Amish Sailor says, do you have to pay to get to attractions, or do they let you do it for publicity? Occasionally, an attraction will contact me and offer me free tickets, but probably 90% of the time, if not more, I just pay my own way in. No Name says, speaking of Twitter, I'm permanently banned and I'm kind of proud of that one. I don't know. Twitter, not my favorite. Seems where everyone goes to ruin their own life. J Ram says, I have less drama on Twitter. Reddit, on the other hand, yikes. Yeah, I don't use Reddit. John says Twitter sucks, but Reddit is the true sewer of the internet. Yeah, I don't use Reddit. I only hear like stories about it. Macho Sancho says, question, what made you into the roadside attraction guy? I mean, I just love roadside attractions. I just wanted to see as many as I could and document them. And that kind of turned into what we have today. Burrito Bandito says, do you believe in the supernatural? Definitely like to keep an open mind. Seems like the vibe in here is everyone's saying Reddit is the worst place ever. Now, I'm not going to completely crap all over Reddit because, again, I don't know much about Reddit. And so I don't really know how this happened, but when I quit my job and I posted that video on this channel, apparently it got passed around Reddit, or I don't even know how Reddit works, but it appeared somewhere prominently on Reddit, and I actually got a lot of positive interest in this channel. So I don't know. Okay, so Justice Sharp says you just need to avoid questionable Reddit pages. So maybe some Reddit pages are the worst, and maybe some are good. I think it was did someone say maybe? I really don't know. I really should know more about this since it involves me, but I think someone shared it on like Good Mythical Mornings Reddit page or something. I don't know. I don't even know how that works. Second show, want to see the gremlin? Yeah. There's a gremlin there, right there, hiding behind me. How many roadside attractions have I been to? I am not sure. I really don't know. Jay Ramsey, they got banned from Reddit art for making a blanket comment. Reddit mods saying it's a good thing they're not in real position of authority. I don't know. I don't even know how their system works. I don't know how the Reddit system works. I don't know who makes Reddit. I don't know what they talk about on Reddit. Brian Girardi says, really like the intro music riff. That you cool. Actually, no, it is my son playing the banjo. Brad Derby, thank you for the super chat. Says, had to go to Wisconsin for a wedding. House on the Rock was unbelievable. Any tips for future travelers? A huge fan. House on the Rock's probably my favorite location in the world. And any tips for future road travelers? Yeah, I mean, just check out, just check out cool stuff. Before you go to a place, look and see what's there. Woodland Lady says you're going to become a cryptozoologist. No, I mean, I'm not trying to be a cryptozoologist myself. Just interested in cryptids, the study of cryptids, and the cultural impact of cryptids. Will Possum 2 make a comeback? Miss the drone shots. Well, Possum 2 won't be making a comeback because Possum 2 vanished over top of Ghost Town. But Possum 3 will hopefully make some appearances soon. ever get concerned about running out of places to visit. I mean, it gets to the point where, you know, I have to be a little more creative sometimes. You know, when I first started, there was just like a whole world to unlock. Now, you know, I haven't been to every part of the country, but hopefully we'll see more of the country. Melissa, no, I'm probably not going to be streaming on Thursday. I trying to do stream once a week, and it's just kind of getting bounced around a little bit because, you know, just traveling between traveling and stuff with my family. I just thought this would be the best night to do it. Where the red theater seats behind from? They're from Ruby Cinema in Franklin, North Carolina. Ryan says, I doubt you run out of places to visit. Well, you know, there's lots of places that are always worth a second look. I mean, you know, you can go back to a place after a few years and check back in, and things have changed. And am I related to Boogie? No, Boogie is my friend. We are not related. You see they're making a TV show, Gremlins Secret of the Mogwai, for HBO Max. Oh man, I hope it doesn't suck. Brad Derby, thank you for the super chat. It says, also, I would love to see you eventually make your way overseas to the Paris catacombs, Notre Dame, and many other museums and attractions. Yeah, I'd love to see. Love to go overseas at some point. Melissa Winstead, thank you for the super chats. Hi Jacob, hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well, Melissa. If I've ever been to the most northern part of the lower 48, what would that be? Like top of Maine, probably? I've not been to the top of Maine. I team with Josh Gates from the Travel Channel. I don't know who that is. Ryan says it'd be cool to visit these roadside attractions. You don't know, one day they'll disappear, and that's true. Roadside attractions have a bad habit of vanishing. So I do. That's a rude comment right there. I do try to have a mindset of I got to visit all these places before they disappear. I've been to any of the Great Lakes. Yeah. I'm looking at my map now. I've been to Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, Lake Superior, I think. Tim Serendipity, thank you for the super chat. Does traveling alone get lonely? I mean, yeah, I definitely miss my family while I'm on the road. Troy Wagner, thank you for the super chat. No Name, thank you for the super chat. It says Angle Inlet, Minnesota is the northernmost point in the continental United States. Okay, so Minnesota actually is further north than Maine. That's interesting. Ryan says, what's the one roadside attraction you visit that stands out that no longer exists? Oh man, I loved, they had this Musée Conti in New Orleans, Louisiana. It was this wax museum, old school wax museum, like one of the oldest wax museums in the country, and I got a chance to visit there before I even did videos. So I had it like, I talked about it on my photo blog, and it's gone. And I don't know. I don't even know where the figures are. I've been to Michael Jackson Museum in State Gary. State Gary? You mean Gary, Indiana? Mark Webster says, if you ever broke down on the road, had a lot of flat tires over the years, a blown out transmission here and there. Madison Burgess says, "Did you ever make unexpected stops?" Yeah, I do try to keep to a schedule, but I don't want to overlook stuff that I just stumble upon. Why does your location say center of the universe? Some say this bunker is the center of the universe. Dakota Green, thank you for the super chat. Do you ever use fast passes when you go to music parks when it's packed? At Disney uses the fast passes. I usually don't pay. For like, cut of the top of the line, front of the line stuff. Osh Pop says, a lot of disturbed people on Twitter. Yeah, it's a garbage hole. Favorite attraction in Vegas? Probably Meow Wolf. Omega Mart. Troy Wagner, thank you for the super chat. It says, I was in Gatlinburg last weekend and was devastated seeing World of Illusions fenced off. It's like one of the last pieces of old Gatlinburg. It absolutely is. And it is sad. I mean, progress is going to happen anywhere. But it's sad to see losing. We lost a lot of classic attractions last year in Gatlinburg. We lost Christ in the Smokies. We lost World of Illusions. We lost Guinness World Records Museum. And it's easy to say, well, it's a pandemic. No, it had nothing at all to do with the pandemic. Osh Popham, thank you for the super chat. Believe it or not, the pandemic did not affect Gatlinburg financially. Charlene, thank you for the super chat. Says, what's up with Ghost Town? I don't know. I just heard the announcement that they're planning on opening it, some sort of attraction. We'll see. It'll probably be years, and then probably nothing will happen. Tim Serendipity, thank you for the super chat. Says, did you get the CD gift I sent you? P.O. Box about Jimmy Ellis. Yes, I did. Yeah, they're moving. Christ the Smoky is supposedly going to be opening up as part of the Bible Theater, I think. Madison Burgess says, what's one oddity you wish you had? I wish I had a fur-bearing trout. How did I feel after my vaccination? After my first shot, my arm hurt a little bit the second day. And it felt a lot better on the day 3. My second shot, my arm started hurting on day 2 pretty bad, but by day 3 it was good again. Definitely worth it. Macho Sound Show, thank you for the super chat. It says, go to Tucson, Arizona next. What's in Tucson, Arizona? What's in Tucson, Arizona? Am I going to make any more country fair bids? Yeah, I'd love to go to more fairs and carnivals and things like that. Someone asked, let's see. Kazu Payne says, don't know anyone who's had a cornea transplant. No, I don't. Hopefully, I wish you luck on that. Girly Gamer says most southern states only shut down a few months, then quickly reopen with limited restrictions. That is true. Ken Helm says you have a favorite serial killer. I'm not comfortable using the word favorite. Do I still get the Moldorama mystery boxes? I do. I opened one on a live stream maybe 2 weeks ago, I think. Ohio has lifted their mask mandate. North Carolina's lifted their mask mandate. You know, I'm still going to keep a mask with me, just, you know, in case a business still wants you to wear a mask. I think my son had got a fever after a shot, but I definitely think it's worth it. I mean, come on. Lazar Fazar, thank you for the super chat. Says my companion Moko Bear says, AKA Moko Mama says hi. Well, hello. Are you visiting the Hollywood Wax Museum in Branson? It is highly likely. Brian Stokes says Alcatraz Museum of Hidden Forge has some serial killer artifacts that are fascinating. That is true. Am I going back to Brushy Mountain anytime soon? I'm not sure. It's been a while, but Brushy Mountain is pretty far out there. It's not close to anything. Seems like they put a prison out in the middle of nowhere. H2 Speedrun says, have you visited the South Carolina State Museum in Columbia, South Carolina? They have a life-size megalodon shark hanging from the ceiling. That sounds cool. How many people do we have here? 426 people. Rachel West have ended the Civil War Theater. I don't do a lot of shows. It's difficult to record shows in my format. Because, you know, I don't just want to film the whole show and put it on the internet. Indiana National Dunes is the newest national park. When did that become a national park? Or to get the Flatwood Monster picture out? I got that at the Monster Museum in not Flatwood, West Virginia. Sutton, West Virginia. Do I have a film crew? No. This is my film crew right here. Have you ever been to Uranus? Yes. Have you ever been to Museum of Osteology in Oklahoma City? Yes. I have been to Myrtle Beach. Ever been an attraction that was so disturbing you ditched the video? No. I pretty much put everything up here in some form or another. Billy Army, how you doing, buddy? Do I sell merch? Yes, I have a Etsy shop. How do I feel about caves? I mean, there's a lot of cave tours in this country. I try to visit the ones that offer a little something different. I recommend doing the riverboat tour of the Arch in St. Louis. I mean, it's fun. It's a fun little riverboat tour. You know, kind of just shows you kind of the skyline of St. Louis. You get some good views of the Arch from there. Timothy Fisher, I have been to the Lost Sea. I've done videos at Cades Cove, I think. I know of. Yeah, I have. Do I ever listen to Holiday Road while traveling? It's a good song. Good song. Love that movie. Go back to the deserted yard sale. I mean, it burned down. I don't know much more that can happen to something after it's been turned to ash. Have a Carpetbagger pin at the Etsy shop. That's funny. Troy Wagner says, "Is School Bus Graveyard in Rowell, Georgia on your list?" I filmed a little bit there. It's an old video, though. Preston Melton, thank you for the super chat. Says, if I'm heading through Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area, where is the best mountain coaster? I think the Rocky Top coaster is the longest one. Tiffany Watt, thank you for the super chat. So I like the vampire behind you. Well, thank you. I have been to Salem. Charlene Atwood says, do you send postcards to Canadian Patreon members? I send postcards to everywhere in the world. Had one this month that was going to Pakistan. Okay, for everyone, ask about Boogie. I talked about that a little bit earlier. I'm not going to disclose anything that's not public knowledge. And there's plenty of places you can go on the internet and see what happened with Boogie. This isn't a drama channel. This isn't a channel that talks about other people's business. So I'll keep it that way. Boogie's a good friend of mine. And out of respect to him, I'm going to limit how much I speak about that. I gave my thoughts, my superficial thoughts on that earlier, but I don't want to keep repeating myself. Girly Gamer says, too bad your kids don't share your interest in traveling. I mean, they travel a lot when they were younger. So I think they got bored of it. Do you think the presidential museums will reopen since the mask mandate has changed? I think they're still closed. So we'll see. But maybe the mask mandate will change that. We'll see. I think everyone's trying to just get their crap together right now. I think the change in the mask recommendation was huge. I think different states, different cities are all trying to figure out how they're going to do it. Oz and Glorious. So glad to discover the channel via Salamonster Sounds Off. Well, thank you. Yeah, I stop in. You know, a lot of the content, even though this is not a wrestling channel, a lot of the content that I consume on the internet is wrestling based. There's a podcaster called the Salamonster. The show's called Salamonster Sounds Off, and I pop into his live streams every once in a while. Madison Burgess says, how many days a week are you with your family versus traveling? It's just different. I mean, you know, it's hard to split up. Some weeks I'm home all week, and some weeks I'm traveling all week. Macho Sancho, thank you again for the super chat. Don't use bamboo toilet paper. It's pretty rough. I'll take your advice on that. This is not a dung beetle. This is a boll weevil. Toaster B pieces. Can't wait for Halloween season. Yeah, neither can I. Ryan Nodell says, do you know Conrad Thompson's a podcast with Jeff Jarrett? Jeez, how many podcasts does Conrad Thompson have at this point? It seems almost ridiculous. DC says, I've been okay. My mask off in public today. Now I feel naked. Keeping it on for now. I don't blame people that want to keep their mask on. I don't want to keep it on. But definitely going to respect anyone who makes that decision. And everyone should. I mean, gosh. You know, I think we're just entering an era of personal responsibility now. You know, it's kind of on people to protect themselves. I think going out unvaccinated without a mask is very dangerous. It's not something I would do, but I'm vaccinated, so I choose to rely on my vaccination. And I'm not going to wear a mask unless I am asked to, and if I'm asked to, I'll put one on without complaining. Christine Prozolo, thank you for the super chat. 70% herd immunity or bust. What are we at? Like 6%, I think. Not 6%. 60%. Yeah, why does Conrad Thompson have so many podcasts? I thought he ran a mortgage business. Billy Army says women find me more attractive since I wear a mask. The problem is when I take a mask off, my breath's all smelly. I have zits all over my face. Have I ever tried Scrapple? What's Scrapple? Yankees and Bill Maher got COVID. That's true. They were asymptomatic. All of them are asymptomatic, though. Well, that's very important. You know, you're more contagious when you have you know, I don't care. Yes, I'll just read this question out, and that's pretty much what I have to say about it. Duke and Druid says the Yankees tested positive for COVID, and we're asymptomatic, which is the purpose of the vaccine. Yes. Where's my possum merchandise? So possum pins in the Etsy shop. What's on the ceiling by the door? It's a map of Charleston, South Carolina. There's more. I've started editing. Oh, sorry. Got my light in the frame. Yeah, we're putting some posters on the ceiling to make it more claustrophobic in here. Can I dance? No. A scarb? What's a scarb? I don't even know what the word scarb means. Mark Muncie says, ever been to Casadega? I have been to Casadega. Jimmy Pickles Pepper Channel, thank you for the super chat. I always watch your channel when I fill my pepper seed orders. Do you sell pepper seeds? The thing is, like, did I know how House on the Rock is a haunt? I had no idea. Sounds like fun. COVID rates are plummeting. You look at the rates, they're going down, down, down. What we're doing is working, and we should all be happy about that. And I don't know why we're still arguing. Uda's Healing Smile says, do you have a name for the puppet-inspired taxidermy you had in the background? It's called a prongalope, is what it says on the back. Billy, the dad, says, how difficult was the 72-ounce steak challenge in Amarillo? Any tips on beating it? I'm thinking about trying it in July. Tiffany Watt, thank you for the super chat. So here's the deal. This is what I did, because I researched the night before. Me and Adam did some research on it. I ordered it rare. You want to cut it into little tiny pieces so you can chew it or swallow it easier. Because the bigger pieces, you're gonna make your jaw sore, and you're gonna make your mouth sick of it from chewing it so much. So you want little cut it into little pieces, snip, 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 so they require minimal chewing, and order a soda. And don't get water, get a soda because it helps cover the flavor. And then if you finish that soda, switch flavors to another soda. So you're introducing a new flavor because your body will get sick of the same flavor over again. And what I was doing is eat a little bit of like salad in between bites because you have to eat the salad too, and that kind of helps refresh your palate. Like the salad, once you're eating so much meat, the salad's very delightful tasting. And just never stop eating. Never stop eating. Supermaster says salad is a spice. Salad is a flavor. You want to break up the flavor. Have I been to Pinball Pete's in Ypsilanti? No, I don't think so. Can I dance for the video? No. I go to the International Crypto Museum. I've been there. Matthew Morales, thank you for the super chat. Branson was not busy, but we went, most of it was during the week. I think it's busier on the weekends. Fish are doing good. Robert Shearer, thank you for the super chat. What's your opinion of the Fox, CNN, NBC, and all major media releasing the footage of the UFO off the coast of California? I've not seen that, to be honest with you. I'll have to look that up. I don't watch the news that much anymore. I mostly just try to keep up with what's going on with the pandemic. Other than that, I try to just stay away from the news. Uh-oh, major jerk alert. Oh, if I see the jerk, I will ban them. Apple Valley Hillbilly Garden Toyland. How's it going, Keith? It says, hey, from rainy Western Kentucky. The Bigfoot thing in Branson was really cool. It was insane. Jackal Animatronics says, who made the animated intro? That is my friend Creaties. He used to be active on YouTube. Now he focuses more on Instagram. Billy Army says, I'm happy that even in California will be open soon. I hope so. I hope that California is wide open soon, because I really want to come back to Cali. Sir Galahad is trolling. Okay, well, I'll keep an eye out. If I see him say something inappropriate, I will drop the block finger on him. See, this is the block finger. It's shaped like a hook because it's scary. Melissa says, heading to Rhode Island in July. Any good place to check out? The only video I've ever filmed in Rhode Island was the grave of Mercy Brown the vampire. Jacqueline Charlie says, did you ever return to Funtown / Guntown after you opened? Yeah, I've been to Guntown since it was Funtown. I went to Guntown before it was Funtown. I went to Funtown when it was Funtown. I went to Funtown when it was scary and demolished. And then I went to Guntown when it was opened back up again. No name. Thank you for the super chat. Says, this is just my curiosity. Are you streaming from my phone, tablet, or PC? From a phone. From my iPhone. Tiffany Watt. Thank you for the super chat. Says, do you miss any places you've visited in California? Guys, would you hold on just a moment? I have to use the facilities, but I didn't want to end quite yet. So enjoy the ambiance of the bunker, and I'll be back in just a moment. Well, hello there. Is anyone still here? Oh man, some people left. Quiet list is almost too loud. Need some hold music, that's a good idea. Anyway, the gremlin moved, the doll moved. Everything just turned into a crazy, possessed dance party in here while I was gone. Can I call you Bagheads? I don't want to call you that. Panama Red. Thank you for the super test. Thank you for the uptick in coaster rides. I'll ride roller coasters if they let me. J Ram says, why were people apologizing to the doll in the video you didn't QS? So yeah, supposedly you're supposed to ask Robert before you record him, but some people believe that if you watch a video with him in it, you have to apologize. I don't know. I cursed you all with Robert. No, he's a good doll. You know, we don't call him the haunted doll anymore. We call him the enchanted. Is it enchanted? Yeah, enchanted doll. Sister Discordia says, welcome back to WNC with no gas anywhere. I've been getting gas back now. I got gas on my way back. Of course, technically I'm still on the road, but you know how it works. Jeffrey says more flat rides. So you want me to do more like spinny rides? I don't know. I just never thought that gave good footage, but I could try. Thank you. Thank you for the super rich chat, by the way. Midwest Fishman says, weird to see you do a video with Nomadic Fanatic. Used to love his early content when he was poor. Still nice to see. Yeah, it was cool to meet him. Fellow traveler. I fill up shopping bags with gasoline. I don't think that's a good idea. That sounds messy and dangerous. Yeah, I did a video with Nomadic Fanatic. It's the Branson. Did the Branson Celebrity Car Museum, the Velvet Collection. Ken Helm asked why I call myself a Carpetbagger. I did a whole video on it, if you want to check that out. I mean, I don't know how you make that come up. Maybe why called Carpetbagger? Maybe that would bring it up. Gasoline melts plastic. I thought gasoline melted styrofoam. I think I heard that somewhere. People were telling people to bring styrofoam coolers and fill them up with gas. Yeah, you're not supposed to put gas in containers that aren't meant for gas. But see, I was out west when all that happened, so Nico Thomas says you should make Carpetbagger gibbets for Crocs. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Who here wears Crocs? Who else wears Crocs in here? Does anyone wear Crocs? No one wears Crocs, so there you go. There's a couple. Not in public. Listen, I'm not afraid to do anything in public that I normally do in private. I'm an open bag, right? No Name says I don't get Crocs. Samantha Ailes says Crocs give me blisters. Here's the trick. You gotta wear socks underneath the Crocs. Then they won't give you blisters. Oops. Am I going to the Denver Meow Wolf? I most certainly am. I don't know if I'll be there when it first opens or not, but has anyone ever told me I look like the lead singer of Smash Mouth? No, I don't really know what he looks like either. Tyler Hankamp says you check out Distortion's Monster World next time you're in Denver. They actually invited me to come out there, so I'd love to check it out. Falcor the Fear says, what's up with the haters? I don't know if there's someone being a troll in here tonight. I haven't even noticed them. Becklin, thank you for the super chat with the little fox. Guess I've just stayed focused on the positive. If there's been a little trolly troll slipping in through here, sneaking in some trolly troll dialogue, and then I guess that's just what happened. Because I haven't noticed it. Yeah, positive vibes only. I don't have time. I don't have time for negativity anymore. If you want to be negative, go be negative on your own channel. Don't bring it in here. Do you really want to be that guy? Everyone's hanging out, like in a bar or something, like Cheers. Everyone's having a good time. And they're like, oh, there's that guy, the guy that ruins everything. Do you want to be that guy? I think the troll left. Hopefully, I don't know. Get a life, you know? If your focus in life is making things worse for other people, then I just don't know what to say to you. I feel sorry for you. What am I going to be doing this October? Probably be busy with doing a lot of haunts, like I have the last couple of years. Does Boogie ever get on your nerves? Nope. Do I have the Shutter app? I do. I don't get much chance to watch it, but, you know, occasionally I'll sit down and say, okay, need to watch something. Favorite horror movie franchise? Does Gremlins count? Gary Brandon Miller says, who's the troll? I think the troll's gone, so let's just be grateful. Do the cats ever knock your stuff over? The cats aren't allowed in this room. Our Panic says Freddy Cougar Mellencamp. OG Barney says, can you go to the Clown Motel? I've been to the Clown Motel. I have a video from the Clown Motel. No clowning. Misty Harris Brown says, so glad you did the arch. Never knew you could go up. And I didn't know you could go up until the first time I went up in it. Like, there's a ride in there? I think most people don't realize that. It's Search of Darkness on Shudder is a great documentary. Okay, I love documentaries. Will Stokes says, the Flying Pig from Wonderworld was regarding the defunct Aquarina Springs amusement park that was once in San Marcos. I think I've heard of that, yeah. Eric the Actor says, slow mode chases by the troll. I think it does. I think it gets harder to troll when you're in slow mode, because you can only make a crappy comment every 60 seconds, so no one notices you. I'll never do another chat that's not in slow mode. Apple Valley Hillbilly Gardens and Toy Lenses. Good night. Heading up to the attic. Oh, you got me watching Boogie stuff. Love his humor. See, oh, you told me you're trying you try not to have so many people to watch, but I guess I stuck you with another one. Do you have any haunted or cursed items? I have a few dolls that look like they're haunted, but you know they haven't like come to life or bit me or anything yet. Who's the best, Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers? I prefer Michael Myers, and I only like the first Halloween. Mr. Brain, does this what are some of the worst attractions you experience? I don't like to badmouth attractions. You know, every attraction has a value in its own way. Stephanie B says, which Meow Wolf is better? I really can't decide. They're so different. Did I go to college? I did go to college. I do have a college degree, if you believe it or not. John Miners has any plans to visit Alaska or Hawaii? I really do. I don't have any solid plans, but now with everything being more open, I may consider flying out there. So I can say that I've been to all 50 states. That's a lot of states. Do summoning rituals to get demons to possess your dolls. Maybe I'll talk to someone who knows more about demons. Yes, the World of Illusions is closed. Sadly. Sean, how are you doing, buddy? Do I like Red Bull? No, I try to stay away from the energy drinks. They give me upset tummies. Bozzilla says, it seems like the Bigfoot tour guy was trying to rush you through the ride. You know, that ride, can't tell in the video, but that ride is like 2 hours long. There's a lot of just cruising through the backwoods that I cut out. What are my thoughts on Pigeon Forge? Thumbs up. I got a college degree. Not currently using it. I am currently paying for it. Ever had security treat me badly? Not too bad. A few times you get someone that's like gets weirdly pushy for no reason, but what's your favorite town in Indiana to visit? I don't know. I like Indiana Beach. It's like a good attraction. It's that Monticello, I think it's this. Canada's bouncer wasn't the greatest. I mean, they were doing their jobs. I don't hold anything against anyone in Canada. You know, Canada has their own laws. Tyler Handcamp says, did you not say you used to work for child services? Is your degree associated with that? Yeah, I have a degree in social work, which I used when I worked in Child Protective Services. Mark Webster, I've lost hotel keys before. Yeah, but nowadays you just, you can just go to the front, show them your ID, and they'll give you new ones. My neck is all wrecked. I don't know. Hopefully it'll feel better soon. Sister Discord says, have you gone to the auditorium yet? I have an interesting video that takes place at the auditorium. I took my wife and daughter there. They're advertising that they were doing wrestling. I thought they were going to have, some independent wrestling there. So me, my wife, and daughter go to the auditorium and get there's no wrestling ring. I'm like, that's interesting. They should have a wrestling ring set up by now if they're going to do wrestling. And then they brought out an inflatable kiddie pool, and me, my daughter, my wife sat there as drunk women in luchador masks wrestled in the kiddie pool. True story. Our Panic, no, it was not like Stone Cold in the Rock. Dynamite. I have met Tim Tracker. I had a video with Tim and Jen in it. So yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. Have been any John Wayne Gacy attractions? If you want to go to a good John Wayne Gacy attraction, Jasmine Helm, go to the Grave Face Museum in Savannah, Georgia. So 191 viewers. I think everyone left when I went to the bathroom. Maybe that was a bad idea. Sister Discordia says, ha ha ha, Jeannie Lou and them crack me up. I've done the jelly ones before, the 27th. So jelly wrestling. No, Stephanie, I don't mean everyone left. I just mean a big chunk of people left. The roof. I've not been to the Museum of Natural History in Delaware. Jay Ram says stream will not load for me. Uh-oh, are we having technical difficulties? Do we need to end the stream prematurely? Visit anything in Vermont? Yeah, I was in Vermont. I did the Ben and Jerry's factory tour with the Flavor Cemetery and did the Vermont Teddy Bear Factory. All right, so it looks like we are having technical difficulties, but we have been on here for about 2 hours, so not too long before we are supposed to wrap up. So, anyone have any final thoughts? Final questions? If not, I will bid you all adieu. Hashtag Team Balto. Till next time. This one's in the bag.